What's up, everybody? It's your boy Cayenne. We coming to you with a video today to tell you exactly what they don't tell you about your LLC. Excuse me. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Cayenne. Today, we're hopping on exactly on what they don't tell you about your LLC. We're gonna go over exactly the benefits that your LLC has and what it has to offer for you, and how it's exactly better than using any of your personal information to be able to obtain loans, credit cards, cars, anything you would think of that you can basically put inside your personal name. I would need everybody to make sure you have an open mind within this video and make sure you pay attention all the way to the end. All right, we're gonna give so much information within this video. It's gonna be crazy, y'all. Guarantee you. Also, this is gonna be a moment of excitement. That's what I'm gonna call it, a moment of excitement. We are now 150 hours away from starting to get paid from YouTube. All right, y'all been waiting for this for the longest. Make sure y'all stay in tune to the channel. Make sure you guys go over and watch any videos that you guys have not got you haven't got the full understanding of any of my videos. Make sure you guys go back and watch those. So it's gonna have a little moment of excitement. All right, I think that was enough. Got it out of my system, y'all. All right, cool. Got enough out. So let's go ahead and make sure we get started to the video. But before we do, make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. That way you'll be updated every time your boy drop a fire video. Let's go ahead and get into it, you guys. All right. So first, for my people that don't fully understand the LLC, we're gonna go over that first so you guys can get a full understanding. And with this video, I honestly feel like with my opinion on this, you guys are gonna gain a lot more information because we're gonna break down a lot on how LLC work and how the rich people use it, okay? And we're gonna even name rich people that have these methods that we're gonna talk about, okay? So first I need you to understand what an LLC is. A LLC basically stands for a limited liability company. Now, what the LLC does for you, okay? What the LLC does for you, and before we even go what the LLC does for you, we got to go ahead and go over this full understanding. All right, limit liability company. First of all, that is exactly what your LLC is. It is meant for protection over your company or your business that you started. It is considered as a entity. All right, when you file your LLC, you will notice in the fine print that it says that this is a entity. This is an entity. So before we go over this, I want everybody to know and answer this question inside the video. And those who've been watching my lives and YouTube videos, some of you guys already know the answer to this question. But when a baby is born, right? When a baby is born, that baby is immediately when that baby is born, something is tied to that baby can immediately go obtain a car. That baby can immediately go obtain a loan. That baby can immediately go obtain credit cards. That baby can immediately go get phones in his name, etc. Right? All with their social security number. Now, on the other side is business. And this is what not too many people know about. All right? And this is what we consider as taking advantage of the system. I'm about to explain this in full in a minute. On the other side, you have business. Now, when a business is birthed, when a business is born, you have something that is generated also with this LLC. It is called the EIN number. Okay? Employee identification number is what it stands for. Now, this is what your LLC is generated with. Social security number, EIN number. Now, when you ask yourself, what are the two differences between these two, really? What can I go out and get with my personal social security that I can't go get with my EIN? And the answer that you come up with that is pretty much everything. I can get everything that I can get in my EIN number that I can get in my social security number. So why is the government playing these games with us? Is the next question you ask yourself. Well, let me tell you something that not too many people know. Your social security number, and this is just in my opinion, all right? I did a lot of analyzation on this stuff, all right? Now, as your social security, when you are born with your social security number, I personally feel that your social security number is birthed and tied to you only to connect you to the world's upcoming debt. Only to connect you to the world's upcoming debt. So that means if Kai Gibson decides to go through, I want to be successful and I want to go through college, right? And I want to get my master's. Well, it's going to take $100,000 to be able to get my master's. As Kai immediately, once I enter this school, this loan immediately goes and it is tied to my what? It is tied to my social security number, right? That loan follows me throughout college and also throughout my life. Your social security number ties you to all the world's upcoming debt. Now, also when we go over LLC and you read in the fine print that it says that this is a entity, when you look up the definition of an entity, you come to one conclusion. An entity is me and you and every single human being walking on this earth. So if this is an entity and we are an entity, why are more people not using businesses than using their personal name to go out and get things that they do on a regular, right? Credit cards, loans, cars, all in their business name because it has more benefits. Kai, what do you mean by the benefits? Well, let's break down just a slight benefit for you guys. First of all, when we're going into personal, if you are trying to build a business and you are using your personal information, you're getting personal credit cards, you're getting personal loans, you're getting cards in your personal name, right? Mind you, first of all, first thing is you are liable for all those things that you are getting. Those things are now tied to your social security number. And guess what? They're tied for as long as you live until you pay them off. Now, let's say in consideration that you do not pay these things off. You go get a car, house, loan in your name, and you cannot pay these things off with your social security number, right? You get the loans, but they're tied to your social security and you can no longer pay these loans off. What is going to happen then? All those loans, the house loan, the car loan, and whatever loan you got is going to go on your personal credit for at least 6 to 7 years. Now, me as a person, I'm asking myself, well, hey, can I go out and get another social security number and start back over? And the answer you come to that is no, you can't. But on the other hand of business, when you ask yourself, hey, listen, with an LLC, if I ever get myself in any type of danger with my LLC at all, and by danger, I mean if I get myself in debt, if somebody sues me, if I owe a lot of money, there are ways out. Kai, what is the first way out, right? These are benefits to your LLC. What is the first way out, Kai? What do you mean by a way out of your LLC? Well, the first way out is simply getting a new LLC. When you get a new LLC, that new LLC then generates something what you call, what we just talked about, the EIN number. It generates the EIN number. Now, with this new EIN, it is not going to come with any of that old debt that your old entity had on it. All those debts that it had on that old LLC, that entity, is going to be stuck to that entity. All right. Now, when you start a new LLC and it forms a new EIN, it is completely clear. It has no bad debt, no good debt. You are able to start right over. And for the people that really talk to me, I tell y'all about the wash and rinse process, where you're able to know the exit strategy and also know how to get a new LLC and build that LLC up within 30 to 60 days. So if anything ever happens to your business, so if you ever get sued, you ever get in major debt, then you know exactly what to do. You're not panicking in the situation, oh, what do I do? No, you know exactly what to do. You know, to get a new LLC, form that LLC, start building that LLC within 30 to 60 days, and now you have a new LLC formed. Okay? Next exit strategy that rich people use, and this is just an example I want you guys to know. And I have to give this example, that way my people know exactly, hey, if I ever get in these situations, then I know what to do. Hopefully these situations never happen to your business, but this is business. Business goes up and down, and you guys need to know the ways of getting out and putting yourself back in. All right, definitely with the industry. Now, the second way is the way that a lot of people are familiar with, and your boy Donald Trump has used this several times. As a matter of fact, it's reported that Donald Trump has used bankruptcy over 7 times. And I honestly think it's been more than that. I honestly think he's filed bankruptcy more than that. 7 times is just what came out to the public. All right, that's just what came out to the public. But if we have to name many of people that have went through bankruptcy, because this is the second exit plan, exit strategy that we're talking about. When we talk about people that have went through bankruptcy, you can name top people that have actually had to file bankruptcy, start a new business, and start their whole journey over. But the fact that they were able to even do that was amazing, because if they had did any of these things under their personal name, it would not be possible. It would not be possible. These things will be tied, the loans and everything they develop would have stuck to their personal credit for at least 6 to 7 years, unless they got somebody to wipe it away. All right? But big players that have used bankruptcy: Donald Trump, 50 Cent, Larry King, J.C. Penney's, Henry Ford, Walt Disney. Man, I got so many. I got a list of them that I all know, y'all. I did so much research on this topic and everything like that. But yes, there's a lot of people that file bankruptcy, but there are also a lot of people that don't understand bankruptcy. So if I'm a bearing me, this is just me, right? I'm an optimistic person. So in business, even if something bad comes at me, I'm still thinking about, hey, how can we turn this into good? All right, how can I transform this? All right, I'm thinking of ways on how I can solve the problem. Right? I'm not thinking of ways on how I cannot solve the problem within my industry. So let's give you guys an example, right? I get myself in debt. I get myself in debt for $300,000 for whatever reason. I tried to start a business project, and all in all, I've gathered $300,000 in debt. Now, Kai business starts to go down. I can no longer afford that $300,000 loan. What happens? What can I do if I still want this business, if I actually still put work into this business, what can I do? What is my exit strategy, Kai? Well, like I said, another exit strategy is simply filing bankruptcy on that business. What bankruptcy is going to do is it's going to compress that $300,000 down into one payment, and then make sure that it is squared away over time. All right. Now, while your first LLC is in bankruptcy, it would be smart for you to be able to say, hey, listen, all right, I've built this LLC up. Now I've put this under bankruptcy. It's going to be under bankruptcy for 3 or 2 years. Bam. Well, now I'm about to get ready to go ahead and start my whole new LLC with a new EIN number and go ahead and change the script, because I know how to build my credit within 30 to 60 days. That is major. That is major. Also, protection, which is my last thing. When I mean by protection, a limited liability company, what do I mean by protection? I just gave you guys a full out example. Now, we're going to give more in detail if you got yourself into debt. If somebody decides to come sue Kai Gibson right now, they want to come sue my business for whatever reason. Well, guess what? They cannot, because I have formed an LLC and this is an entity, anything that this entity owns is protected by the entity. Did you hear what I said? Is protected by the entity. So that means even though I'm the owner of this LLC, the person that is trying to sue me for whatever much, $200,000, they cannot go after any of my personal assets. They can't go after my personal credit cards, can't go after anything I have in my personal name, can't go after my personal bank account, can't go after my personal house, can't go after anything personal. The only thing that person is liable to is all the assets that my LLC owns. Okay? Do you guys understand that formula? So I am protected with my LLC in any scenario. All right, but the only thing that I tell people is, especially I'm in the industry of Airbnb and real estate. So the thing I tell people is usually with LLCs, because your LLC is liable for everything that it owns, it can be a big situation too if you're in an industry like real estate or Airbnb or anything like that, right? Because if you're getting so many properties, if Kai is getting 15 properties underneath one LLC, and then somebody up and decides one day, hey, listen, I want to sue Kai. I'm about to get ready to sue Kai. Well, you have to think about this. Kai decided to put 15 properties in one LLC. Now that LLC is liable for all 15 of those properties. So that means that that one person decides to sue me, they're able to come after my whole estates. So in that scenario, I would ask y'all, what would you think the smartest thing to do would be? Would it be to form a LLC get something like 7 properties on one LLC and then separate the other one, make a whole new one, and then build the business credit on that one and also put properties underneath it? I don't know, you guys. You tell me. But like I said, this is the video on exactly what they don't tell you about your LLC, you guys. Make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe to this channel. I hope you guys enjoy everything that I gave you guys and provided within this video. I'm going to be coming out with a lot more in 2022 and this month, you guys. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. This is your boy Kai Gibson, and I'm out.